Sup, fuckface? What's going on, everyone? Time for a new video. It's been a couple months since I filmed one, but I had an idea I've been wanting to play around. I have had a couple new modifications. I've put in new tail lights. There's something else in the boot that I'm going to be showing you guys after, but today we're going to be doing a woodline trunk, and we're doing it with the help of my best mate who you met in the video before, Connor, but can't quite seem to see where he is. I don't know, he was here somewhere before, but I have no idea. Oh yeah, this fuckhead. Let's start the video. So, this is the major upgrade, which I sadly didn't get any footage of when it was getting installed. But these are two Pioneer Champions series. I think they're about a 13 or 14 inch subs in a custom made box. I also have a GMD 8601 amp going to it. These things are absolutely ridiculous. But I picked them up for a really good price. But the main thing we're actually going to be doing for this boot is one, cleaning it out first, but two, doing some wood lining. So yeah, so the wood lining we're actually going to be using for this is going to be floating laminate flooring. The reason I'm using that is because you can pick them up either on like Facebook or eBay, or if you're in the US or Canada on Craigslist for quite cheap. People that have bought way too many packs for their house or something like that, they do them off really cheap. If not, go to any of your local warehouses or supply shops that do timber. Sometimes they'll have them clearanced. I got these pack for $10 from a local warehouse, and pretty much the best thing about them is they're quite easy to cut and they slot together, so it'll be quite easy to be able to do this whole thing with them. So yeah, we'll start measuring them out. What we're actually going to be doing first is lining up how many boards roughly are going to fit into here, and do a bit of a dry fit to see how many wide we can do. Obviously we have enough boards where if we fuck up, which we inevitably will, we can use again, but we're going to be doing these.
Professional, we won't fuck up.
I'm going to cut to us fucking up after that. But anyway, so we're going to do a dry fit just out like this. We're going to see how many boards we can fit across, and then do a rough estimation of how many we need to cut up. So basically give you an example of how this is going to look, but this is why we chose them, is because you can just slip them right together. And yeah, so what we're going to do is going to measure from the back to the front, and then we're going to measure off the curve and we'll cut them. So we'll jump back to that in a sec. So we determined we're going to need about 5 to 6 boards, because obviously we can cut them off. And now we're just measuring out how long it'll be on each end. Then the center measurement. Our lovely model Connor is doing this. And then since we have a curve, that's why we're measuring to the edge of the curve. And then obviously what we're going to do is we're going to, in a sec, get a piece of cardboard, run it up along here. Normally what you could do is you could pull out the actual boot liner itself, but since that is on top of it, we won't be able to, so we're going to go again and grab a cardboard that we just bent up against here and cut to the curve. So that's now up flush against the curve. All we'll do is flip it over, pop it on this side. We'll figure out the angle of the curve that we need to, so that fits in perfectly there. Then that works out the rest of the circle for us, and then we'll see how long we need to go. So we'll start marking them. So once you've measured out your boards, obviously this way it'd be better off to use your template. You can literally just put your boot liner on top of the boards and then draw around the circle of where you need to be, but since I'm unable to do that, that's how we're doing it. We've got our measurements, we've marked on where we're going to be cutting, so this would be our center board. We're going to grab the jigsaw in a sec, cut along there, and we're going to do a bit of a test fit and then round off the edges when we're done. So first of all, since mine is an absolute pigsty in the back of my boot, I'm going to get the trusty old vacuum and vacuum it all up. This will just make it sit a little bit nicer, because if you've got bits like little bits of rocks and stuff like that, then you don't want it to be sitting uneven. Plus, just make it look a little bit nicer. So I can do this, and then we'll get on to cutting the boards. So easy. main cutting thing didn't really work. So since I can't pull my boot liner out, we went to a local junkyard and grabbed a boot liner that we could use as a template instead, as we couldn't get some of the curvature just by eyeballing and measuring it. So yeah, heading back now, and we'll update you when we get back. Alright, so we're back from U-Pull-It, and we grabbed a liner. We've cut it off of here, which is absolutely fucked to get, but now we're going to use this as a template. We're going to cut along this little bit here, so I have just what's actually in my boot, and then we're going to lay it on top of here and then use it. We did a test piece already, and it fits in, so yeah, we're going to go and do that. Alright, so we have marked out pretty much all of it. We're going to use the offcut here for the end piece. Other than that, we're going to start it on cutting them. So pretty much we're going to take a photo of how these line up, because obviously you could label them if you want to, but we got to figure out how we're going to put them back in the boot. And yeah, we're going to cut them along. So we are halfway through. These are not like I'm trying to film. So we're halfway through. Just actually got to cut off these little end bits of the thing, but other than that, we've only got 3 more planks after this. And then we might have to cut this back down. We noticed in some of the boards that they're a bit too long for what the measurements of that was.
Is that what that black line is for?
Yeah, so I had the black line. So now we'll see how it fits in the car first. So we've got half of it in already, and I don't actually mind the look. I'm thinking of, yeah, so that fits in snugly there, but the back's gonna be a little bit, thinking of getting lights to go along here to shine onto it, but I don't mind how it looks so far. So we'll keep you updated. So we skipped through a bit, but we finished off cutting the rest of the boards. Kind of stopped filming, we had a bit of rain, which is why we're under here. Just took the camera away, but we have put in all the boards, and it's come out quite nice. I reckon I'm gonna either pop some lining for up here, or as Connor said, probably put some checker plate metal or something like that. I don't know what I'm doing with around the subs first, but for $19, it was $10 for the pack, and then $9 for the boot liner for the template, but I reckon it looks pretty good. So yeah. So yeah, so for about 20 bucks worth of, well, $10 of materials, $9 for the boot liner we used as template in the end, but obviously if you can get your boot liner out, you don't have to, you can use that instead of just going to a junkyard and, you know, paying for it. But I think it's pretty good for 10 bucks and a couple hours of work between the two of us. It's a pretty good and easy modification. I know most people probably won't like it and think it's a little bit rice, but I don't mind it. I'm going to get a couple of lights in there and finish off the rest of the subs. But so yeah, all you need is a bit of flat pack furniture, jigsaw and some time on your hands, and you can get a pretty nice product. That's it for the video. Like, subscribe, comment, and see you next one.